Hey, what's up everyone, it's your old pal Oliver is awesome, back here again, and this time around we've got a video that is heavily different from my usual content. Well, I don't know, it might be. And this time around I'm going to show off my Diary of a Wimpy Kid book collection, except there was a book that I completely failed to acknowledge. I was not aware that there was another Wimpy Kid movie diary that explains how the fourth book was made. Fourth film. I never had that one, so no, my collection is in fact not complete. But I will show off the majority of the books. And this time around we've got, and first up we have The Last Straw. This one is going to get an animated movie on Disney Plus, which I am kind of really looking forward to seeing. I haven't actually read this book in a good few years, so I don't actually remember what's what with it, but I don't really have that much of a problem with it. But then again, I haven't read this one in years, so I don't know. I can't even talk straight. I haven't read it in that long. Then we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid Big Shot, which, despite what you are seeing, is all about basketball. I really like the overall design of the newer Wimpy Kid books, because before they were just one colour and then they went to two colours, and now they've added objects on the covers, which is rather cool. I really like that. I think that was a really nice way to switch things up, because how many times can you do just one colour? I like that. Jeff Kinney really did a good job on that. Right, now, 1 minute. Sorry about that, I had a few minor difficulties, but anyway, book number 3, Old School. I don't really remember much about this one either, but from what I do remember, I thought it was rather cool, and I thoroughly enjoyed it a lot. But I haven't really read this one in a while either, so I can't really give too much of an opinion. And then, of course, we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid Hard Luck. This is the second time a Wimpy Kid book in the series has been green, the first being The Last Straw, I think. Yeah, it was. It was. Just I don't know if you can see this, but on the back they have pictures of all the books, and you can kind of tell what colour's been what. Next we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid Third Wheel, and the story of this one is a little weird. It goes from how Greg was born to a Valentine's Day story. It was kind of weird to me. I don't really know that I had too much memories with that. And then we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid Cabin Fever, and this one has an animated movie on Disney Plus. But it was absolutely terrible. All the animated movies on Disney Plus were terrible. That's not true. That was Roderick Rules. That was pretty good. The animated version of that was pretty good. Next we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid The Ugly Truth, in this really nice purple colour. I like that. I really like it. I thought that was good. It was really nice. Really nice purple. I like that they went with that for Ugly Truth. And then we have, oh yeah, can't do a book video without showing off the original story. And this was a great way to kick off the franchise. I really enjoyed reading this book. A novel in cartoons. I never knew what that meant, but I've really enjoyed this book and the film. They really did a good job on the films. Oh, now we're in the dregs. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul. Now this book was quite good. It wasn't perfect, but it was pretty good. I mean, and the film was quite good as well, and I gotta be honest, both the book and film of this are a lot better than that Wimpy Kid do-it-yourself book. Oh my god, that was awful. That was awful. Definitely my least favourite book of all. I would any day read this over Diary or over the do-it-yourself book. Next we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid Dog Days, which I think this was, I'm not really 100% about this, but I think this was the first Wimpy Kid book I ever had. Because I have seen the film, but I think this was the very first Wimpy Kid book I got. And this one also has a film, and To be honest, I thought the film was amazing. It didn't get an animated version on Disney Plus, though. I don't know if it will or not, but it didn't, to my knowledge. Next, we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid Double Down, and this is the first book to ever have two colours on the cover art, I think. Yeah, I think this was the first book to actually have two colours on the cover art, which was pretty nice. I really liked that. Then we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid Roderick Rules, and I've got to be honest, I found the book of this a lot better than that film. A lot better than the film. It was by far better. That goes without saying. Then we have the most recent book, Diary of a Wimpy Kid Party Pooper. I've got to say, I've read through this twice, and I have to say, it's a good book, but it wasn't as good as Hot Mess. Hot Mess is better, in my opinion. But I definitely do recommend giving that a read. Then we have my hardcover copy of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Deep End. Yes, I have both a hardcover copy and paperback copy at my grandparents'. And there's a reason for that, which I'll get into, but at a later point. But yeah, I found the story pretty good. I like this one quite a bit. And then we have the first movie diary, which explains how all three of the first films were made. Like I said, I never had one. Like I said, I never had the second one that explains the fourth movie. And then we have my hardcover of Diary of a Wimpy Kid Wrecking Ball. Yeah, I have both this and a paperback version at my grandparents' as well. But I'll probably do another video showing my collection thereof as well. And then we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Getaway. And I think this one might also be getting an animated film on Disney Plus, which is quite good. It's going to be kind of interesting to see how that would play out, because I don't really remember there being much movie material stuff in there. But it will be interesting to see how that plays out. And then we got Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Meltdown. I read through this the other day, actually, and I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't perfect, but I still liked it. I still liked it a lot. And now, coming over here, we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid Diaper Overload. Now, this one is really cool. I like how the front cover of it is a speaker. That was really, really great. I really loved that idea a lot. And the story was pretty good too. I haven't actually read this one in a while, like most of the books I have here, but I do remember this one being quite good, and I highly recommend it to you if you have not read it. Then we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid No Brainer. And I think in this one, Greg has to save his school from being closed down or something. I have read this book recently, but not recently enough to remember the story, and I'll be honest. I think I read that one 2 or 3 months ago. And then we have my personal favourite, Diary of a Wimpy Kid Hot Mess. I highly, highly recommend this one. It is an amazing story. And it's my favourite book out of all of them. I highly recommend reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid Hot Mess if you have not. And I hope it gets a movie, even if it's one of those animated movies on Disney Plus. I really hope they make a movie out of Hot Mess, because this book is amazing. Even if it's one of those weird animated movies on Disney Plus, I don't care. I'd still watch it, because Diary of a Wimpy Kid Hot Mess is brilliant, and I highly recommend reading it if you have not read it already. Right, and now we have Diary of an Awesome Friendly Kid, and if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically a side series from Rowley's perspective, Greg's best friend, if you don't know what this is. And this is the first story of that series, and I thought it was rather nice. I thought it was pretty good to see the Wimpy Kid world from a different character's perspective. I really thought that was good. And now we have the sequel to that book, Rowley Jefferson's Awesome Friendly Adventure. This was the second book in the Awesome Friendly Kid series, with help from Greg Heffley, as situated right there. And it says it's a Wimpy Kid story, and I believe the other one said that as well, to help you kind of figure it out. And lastly, we have Rowley Jefferson's Awesome Friendly Spooky Stories. And this is the third book in the Rowley Jefferson Awesome Friendly series. And this one was alright, but I think the first two were better. Well, this one was enjoyable, but I think the first two Awesome Friendly books were better in my opinion. Alright, that about wraps up my Wimpy Kid collection here. But I do have another Wimpy Kid collection at my grandparents'. I have some Diary of a Wimpy Kid books around there as well. So if you would like to check that out, be sure to smash a like on this video and subscribe and let me know, and I will do that. But that's going to be it for this video. So thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later with another video. Probably my second Wimpy Kid collection. But I don't know. Maybe. Depends how well this video does. So thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.